This video is brought to you by intosports.ca, Canada's largest online soccer retailer. Be sure to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for $10 off an order of $50 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing video of a pair of Adidas adiPure Gazelle running shoes. This adiPure line from Adidas is brand new, and there's 3 tiers to this adiPure line. I'll show you guys in the box. If you lift up the cover of the box here, there's actually 3 different shoes here. The first one being the Motion, the second one being the Gazelle like I have here, and the third one being the Adapt. Which, let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in seeing these other particular shoes in this line, and I'll get to explaining what the differences are between them right away. But this is the adiPure Gazelle I have in front of me right here, and this is, like I said, the mid tier of the bunch. And the whole concept behind the adiPure line of running shoes from Adidas is to kind of move into that natural style of running. Natural running is kind of becoming the latest craze as far as running shoes are concerned, and if you're not familiar with the different running styles, perhaps I'll make some kind of video as far as kind of showing you guys the different types of running styles. Not necessarily teaching you how to run, but a lot of people don't realize that there's more to running than just putting one foot in front of the other and continuing that motion. There's different running styles, and especially with soccer shoes now, moving more towards this lightweight feel, there's very little heel cushioning, and a lot of people have a heel strike style of running where when they're actually striding forward, their heel touches down first and then it rolls to their forefoot and they push off. That's not necessarily the best way to run. It's not necessarily the worst way to run either, but for a soccer shoe at least, I find that not many shoes have very much heel cushioning, and this could lead to some injuries, not only to your feet or your heels, but also to your joints. It's just really hard and stressful on your knees and your ankles when you're running heel to toe if there's no cushioning in the heel. But the other styles, which is kind of what this shoe is more geared towards, is a midfoot strike where you're landing pretty much exactly on your midfoot, and that's touching down first and then you're pushing forward, or a forefoot strike where you're landing on your forefoot and your heel may or may not touch the ground as you push off. And that's pretty much the 2 different styles that this is more geared towards. And the reason for that, and that's what the main differences are between the Motion, the Gazelle, and the Adapt, is a heel gradient on the shoe. So the heel on this particular shoe sits at 16 millimeters, where the forefoot sits at 9 millimeters. So it's very, very low to the ground, and that's a difference of 7 millimeters between the heel and the forefoot. A traditional running shoe has about 10 to 12 millimeters, so this one's significantly less. And you're going to notice that the first time you're running, especially with this minimalistic sole. Very, very thin, very lightweight. The shoe itself has a listed weight of 6.3 ounces, so it's very light, very minimal. And like I said, it's kind of going towards that barefoot runner. There are even more minimalistic shoes than this as far as barefoot running shoes are concerned, but this is kind of that in-between model for a barefoot and like a more traditional style. So if you just want to get into this, this is something that I think a lot of people should probably take a look at if you're looking to kind of change your running style. And I personally have kind of gotten into this barefoot style of running, this more natural style of running, and I really found it to help me and almost strengthen my legs in a way that they weren't before. And especially when you're running in soccer shoes, you're going to notice a difference as far as feeling less fatigued and having less soreness when you're actually running, because like I said, certain running styles and certain types of soccer shoes, especially the more lightweight ones, you're going to run into some issues with discomfort on the balls of your feet, and I just don't have that anymore. But as far as this particular shoe is concerned, it's pretty interesting. Let me just get the little plastic thing out of the inside of here so I can show you guys how flexible it is. Like I said, very, very thin outsole, very flexible shoe as well, right through the forefoot. So there's not much to the shoe itself. Like I said, 6.3 ounces, very, very lightweight. And the shoe itself is made out of this very stretchy material. Imagine like a very tight compression shirt that stretches around you. That's pretty much what the upper of the shoe is made out of, but with these little rubber sections going through it, just to keep the shoe from not overstretching in certain parts. But when you actually put it on your foot, you can actually see pretty much your toes and stuff, because it stretches right to your foot and fits very nicely and comfortably. It's one of those shoes that's designed to be worn not only with socks, but you could actually wear the shoe barefoot as well, which is really nice. And then you have what Adidas calls Tec Fit. You've probably heard of this before. It's basically these more stiffer sections in the upper here that are going to provide support through the midfoot when you tie the laces tight, just to keep your foot in place You have these little extra kind of Velcro sections here, and these are to help you get the shoe on. Actually, they're kind of these extra little pull tabs, so you don't have to be pulling on the tongue, which I thought was a little bit of an interesting concept here. But overall, the design of the shoe is very simple. There's no individual tongue. You can see that it's released right about here, but then the rest of the shoe is pretty much completely closed in. I don't know how you guys can see that. You can't actually pull the tongue away. It's pretty much one piece. So overall, the shoe wraps your foot really, really tightly. Like I said, the EVA foam is very, very minimalistic here. You have a 16mm heel and a 9mm forefoot, so you're going to be sitting really close to the road when you're running, which is going to give you a feel that's going to be similar to a soccer shoe. There's not going to be too much padding in the overall feel of the shoe, but it's just going to take the edge off of the road, and it's going to allow you to still be comfortable while you're running, but you're going to be able to feel the ground underneath you very similarly to what a soccer shoe would feel like. And you can see the bottom of here is very much shaped like a foot. It somewhat has that anatomical shape, so your big toe is going to be the kind of the longest point of the shoe, and then it kind of curves around like your other toes would. So it has that somewhat anatomical shape like we see from a lot of Puma soccer shoes. But as far as the sole of the shoe is concerned, it's pretty much all EVA foam, and then you have the more sticky, very sticky, highly wearable rubber, highly durable rubber in the wear zones of the shoe. Very, very sticky as well. So like I said, you have really nice and flexible. You have these little cutout points, as well as kind of a brake plate in the actual shoe. So you're not going to have too much not a brake plate, sorry, like a guard plate. So if you do step on a rock or something like that, it's not going to penetrate the shoe and hit your foot. So it's nice and flexible through here. Then on the back you have this adiWear, which is pretty much a harder rubber in the heel area, and that's just going to keep the durability of the shoe up, because that is probably one of the more high wear zones on a running shoe, is that heel area as well as the forefoot. So as far as the durability of the shoes, this is a shoe that you're going to be able to wear every single day as far as training and just running. And I encourage you guys to kind of take a look, do a little bit of research on this type of natural running style, because it's something that really could benefit you, especially if you are really serious into playing soccer. Just changing your running style ever so slightly is going to have a big impact as to how you feel and your overall kind of conditioning and endurance out there on the field. So as far as the full review on this particular shoe goes, it should be up in a couple of weeks or so. I'm really kind of working to get this running shoe section up and going. So if you guys want to keep seeing the running shoe stuff, leave a comment down below and let me know if you guys do want to keep seeing this kind of thing, because I think it's really important to be training off the field, not only just training on the field. A lot of people just kind of go to the field, take some free kicks, they call it a day, but training for soccer is so much more than that. So like I said, let me know down below if you guys want to keep seeing this running style videos. Let me know if you guys want to see these tutorial videos, and if there's any other running shoes that I haven't covered, the more popular ones, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. But as far as this particular shoe is concerned, if you are interested in checking out the Adidas adiPure Gazelle, there will be a link in the description right to the review page on my website, where you're going to find some high quality pictures of these shoes, some more up close, in-depth pictures that you might not normally see online, as well as buy and Allens for this particular shoe with the best prices online. So if you are interested in purchasing them, there will be links on that page as well. So go ahead and check that out. Like I said, the review should be up momentarily. And as far as other things are concerned, if you have any questions not related to the video, go ahead and leave a comment on my Facebook page. There'll be a link in the description of that as well. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.